What's going on, guys? King Trats here, back with another video on the channel, and today we just got food, no reviews. That's the first in a while. That's right, just me and food, man. We have got some roasted chicken. I want to try this new sauce I got. I got this Jihu's sugar-free Thai chili, so I want to try this out. So I always like to use chicken as a base. It's seasoned same thing. I use orange pepper instead of lemon pepper this time. Roasted it off 350 with the orange pepper seasoning. That is it. Minimal season. The orange pepper is delicious though. Of course, I brought this back from yesterday. This was the regular hot sauce of the Hot Ones Hot Sauce Challenge I did. So if you didn't see that, it is the video right before this. I'll forget to leave a link, but it's the one right before this. I apologize. I'm very, very scattering when it comes to that. If you're digging the content though, you want to see more of the challenges, more of the mukbangs, all that good stuff, hit a like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that cringy YouTube stuff. And of course, let me get you to the sides. We have got some garlic cheddar mashed potatoes. Oh, those look so good. Of course, the mac and cheese. I had a nice big king size helping of that. I haven't had mac and cheese in a minute, and I haven't made any. So had to do that. And you can't see it because it's hidden behind this absolute mountain on this plate, but we have got some cream spinach in the back as well. I just need to get into some of this. Fork. All right, give me some of this mac first. Yes, this is low-fat mac and cheese, believe it or not. I've made this a few times. I'm so sorry. It's been a long day. Sometimes the mac and cheese just hits different. I needed that comfort food today. And of course, that garlic cheddar mash. You see the cheese strings. That means, yes, we've got a lot of cheese inside of there. Damn. Whipped. 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 And of course, that's a lot of spinach I just put on your face. Don't fall, bro. Oh my God. See what I'm saying, bro? I love cream spinach. I don't make it enough. I really don't. Let's not forget, of course, that roasted chicken. Look how juicy that is. This comes apart. Look at it. You can see this drip, drip, dripping. You can't say my chicken's not juicy. Look. Drip, drip, drip. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bro. All right, let me get a bite without the sauce first. Look how juicy that is, though. Oh. All right, I gotta try my boy Jihu's. Gotta try it. There's only 5 calories in a serving of this. That's why I like Jihu's stuff. A lot of the seasonings, or should I say the marinades and all that stuff, are very, very tasty. But with a person like me, which believe it or not, tries to watch his calories, it's really helpful in making stuff like regular chicken taste even better. I like the way I cook my chicken without it. Like, I could eat that as is, but I mean, it never hurts to. That's my guy. That's my guy. All right, here we go. I genuinely don't understand how he makes that 5 calories. I'm saying he. I mean, it's his company. I don't know who came up with it, but that's really good. Like, if you made you some wings, or really anything, and put it on, I don't know how it's 5 calories. Normally this stuff is like 60 to 70 calories for a tablespoon. This is 5. And I genuinely cannot taste the difference. And no, I don't get paid. I bought this. Like, this is not like a plug. I say this all the time. I just try to point y'all in the direction of some like good stuff. It's not about the money, and I'm not for sale. But man, and I had this yesterday. Let me shake this up again. This is just a regular version. The other version has like scorpion chilies in it. It's really hot. And I wouldn't just eat that with a meal unless I was a sadist, which I'm not. But this hot sauce is flavorful. And I said it yesterday, it's like different. than like the normal hot sauces I'm used to having. Sometimes you just want some chicken and some hot sauce. It's so good. It's so good. Now we gotta start the mix. Do y'all do this? Do you get like extra stuff in your... That's so good, man. You couldn't tell I was really in the mood for cheese today. Cheese is like one of my ultimate comfort foods. So, there's cheese in the spinach, there's cheese in the potatoes, and of course there's cheese in the mac. You hear that? The bark that you get when you air fry this thing, like this right here. I'm telling you, game changer. Like if I were truly trying to be like diet conscious, which I am to a certain extent, but obviously I do still enjoy doing the fast food and the food reviews and all that stuff, I really could eat this chicken every day. There was a point in time where when I was cutting, I did eat this like 5 times a week. It's just so easy to make. You just make sure you clean the chicken, obviously. I buy boneless chicken, skinless thighs. What in the heck did I just say? I buy boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Let's try that again. Obviously, the skin's already gone, the bone's already gone. Just make sure you clean it off. I trim like a lot of the fat off, and then I just season it how I want to. You can throw in the air fryer. Cooks it perfect every time. I do have a video. If you go to the cooking playlist on my channel, that shows you kind of like how to make it, but it's really easy. Like, that's all the steps. And if you want to change stuff up, just change the sauces up, and you will be eating like a king. Pun intended. I can't stress it enough. It just comes out super juicy, man. Hey! What you trying to eat, bro? One of the things I do a lot, or should I say, it's kind of become like a thing, like a ritual, because I cook, obviously, you know, a lot of times in a week, and it's the only time I really get to watch like TV. Is I watch shows or movies while I'm cooking. And for some reason, I got like the urge to watch Game of Thrones again. If you haven't watched it, it's such a good show. And it's like, I'm back in the beginning. I think this is probably like my 4th time. It might be my 5th that I've actually watched the series. I know last year during like the, you know, quarantine, I watched a lot of shows that I used to watch like over and over. I had nothing to do, so I was like sitting in the house, and what I usually do is, even though I have TVs in like every room in my house, I watch on my iPad, because I'll walk around while I'm doing whatever I have to do with it. And I watched almost every one of my favorite shows again. Like, I can just rattle them off, but Game of Thrones for me is like one of the best shows ever until they ruined it. It's like, I started watching, so right now I'm on like season like 2 or 3, it doesn't matter, but I'm just watching the storyline again. I'm like, God, how did they ruin this? It's just, it's like one of the most disappointing endings to something that was so good ever. And people who are fans of the show probably know what I'm talking about. It was so well written, so complex, the characters, and it's like they just took a hammer to it in the last 2 seasons and like completely ruined it. And it was so good for the first 6 seasons, like so good. And I almost got tired of watching it in the last season, which is supposed to be like when it like really gets good. And I just felt like I was like trying to finish. I'm not saying it. There's an innuendo in there. But yeah, like, it's just such great writing, such great acting. the scenery. Just good stuff, man. I watched The Handmaid's Tale during that, which is coming back out. I actually think it's out today. Like the first 4 episodes. Because Hulu thinks they're funny. Yes, I'm using my chicken as a spoon. And they only released the show like once a week. I think they put the first 4 episodes out. But Handmaid's Tale is really good too. They're redoing Dexter, which is one of my favorite shows I used to watch back in the day. American Horror Story is about to drop, which I'm a huge fan of. I've talked about it multiple times on the channel. So I think that's dropping like sometime in the summer. There's just a lot of good TV shows coming. Oh, sorry. I always forget this too. Got the Arnold Palmer again. Half lemonade, half iced tea, sugar-free. I am the sugar-free person of the century. But I just... Let me know some other shows you guys watch, because I feel like I've watched so many. You know another show that nobody watched that was amazing? Friday Night Lights. Not the movie. The TV show. Even if you don't like football, no one's perfect. And I'm talking about American football. To my European fam, I know. Just let me call it American football, because it's football here, okay? I get it, I'm sorry. It's just... I apologize. I know a lot of people overseas get annoyed that we call soccer, but it's only because we have a football. I still love y'all. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend anybody and all that good stuff, but if you're not a fan of the sport is kind of minimalized. It has more to do with the story and the characters. It's actually really good. And I always tell people it's the best show that no one watched. Especially the first season was like really critically acclaimed, but nobody watched it. What else is there? I watch a lot of TV, like, over the years, and I, like, love series. The Ozarks. I think this final season comes out this year, too. Dope show. It's hard to name stuff off the top of my head. Especially since right now my mind is in, like, Game of Thrones mode. You know what else I watched, too? This is another one. I feel like people never watch this either, because it's older. Nip Tuck. I think it's on Hulu right now. I have all that, like the Hulus and the Netflixes and the whatever. Obviously, like, Power, which is more recent. Surprisingly, people who are friends of the show of Power, I know Ghost. If you don't watch Power, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you do, keep listening anyway. If you haven't watched Power, just freaking watch it, okay? Just watch the show, it's good. But I know Ghost was like the driving force of the show. I get it. I agree with you. But the spin-off is actually very good. With his son. I didn't want to give it a chance. I'll be perfectly honest. Like, I didn't want to watch it. I was like, yo, I'm not watching this. No Ghost, no Power. I get you. But, my friend was like, yo, just watch it. And I was like, all right, bet. So I watched the first episode. I was like, yo, it was actually really good. It's good. Even the spinoff. And you could take it back to, like, some of the old HBO shows. I watched The Wire again. Never watched that. Like, amazing show. The Sopranos I watched over quarantine. I'm naming all shows I watched in the past year. Especially during that time. Sopranos one of the best shows ever, too. Yes, the ending is meh, but forget about the ending. Just watch the rest of it. It's one, like, even if you don't understand stuff, like, okay, let me tell you this too. Let me go to the other way. Unpopular opinion. People think I'm crazy about this. There are 3 extremely popular generational shows that are, like, considered some of the greatest television series of all time. I could not watch. I tried to watch. I wanted to watch. Number 1. This is probably gonna make a lot of people mad because people love this show. Breaking Bad. I tried 3 times to watch Breaking Bad. I had my friends be like, oh, no, just watch until the 2nd season. I'm telling you, that's when it starts to get good because it starts off slow. I got to season 3 and I was just like, this is dry. I'm not joking. Again, opinions are opinions for a reason. They're not facts. I'm not saying that that show doesn't deserve the acclaim that it gets, because clearly it does. A lot of people watch the freaking thing. But, excuse me. When I tell you that I tried so hard to like this show, I couldn't do it. The subject matter sounds great. The plot sounds great. Can't do it. Bro, that's enough. I don't want to waste this because, like, it's Australian and I don't feel like getting more, but I'm trying to be, like, you know, cute about it. But it is good. I just couldn't get into it. I get it. I know what the show's about. I hear all the stories. Like, I want to like it. Can't do it. Number 2. On shows that everyone likes and I don't. Sons of Anarchy. Sorry. Couldn't watch it. Tried to watch it. Watched several seasons. You know what it feels like to watch several seasons of a show that you don't like? That you're not into? Like, I just felt like they just drove around. I'm gonna sound so bad. And I know there's gonna be people who are huge fans of the show that are gonna be like, I'm stupid, and I feel you. Like, I'm sure there's stuff that I like that no one likes, but I'm just telling you my own opinion. Again, opinions are opinions for a reason. I don't think you're dumb for liking the show, and I don't think I'm dumb for not liking it. Like, some of the shows I named you might not like, and I get you. But I watched it, and it was just so, like, I don't know, like, it moved slow. Like, I just couldn't get into it. Like, there's certain TV shows that you watch from the jump, and, like, you're just like, Power is one of them. I watched the pilot of Power, and I was like, nah, this is the show. Game of Thrones, pilot, done. Like, what's another one that got me from the pilot? Surprisingly, oh, this is another show I really like. You know the show You on Netflix? I would never think I'd like a show like that, because it's, like, but it's not like that, but it is. From the pilot, I was like, this dude crazy. If you never watched You on Netflix, the next season's coming, just watch it. Like, even, I'm not into, like, you would think it's, like, chick flicky, but it's not. But it has some of that, but, like, I don't care about that, because the other stuff, it's good. But, like, I watched Sons of Anarchy, and there's the dude that played Hellboy, and I like Charlie Hunnam, like, I do. Like, I think he's, like, you know, cool dude. I like a lot of his other stuff, but that show I just couldn't get into. I just felt like they were just walking around, and, you know, in jackets, and they're just Sam Crow this and Sam Crow that, and I'm just like, I don't care. I'm not joking. Dexter, another one, pilot, sold. Weeds, another show on Showtime, dope. From the pilot, boom, done. Pilots are important. If I don't like the pilot, you're already behind the 8 ball. So that's the second show. But yeah, like something wrong. Now there's another one. This one I don't think is as popular, but a lot of people do like it. Mad Men. I don't know if you're familiar with the show Mad Men. It's like the dude advertising, and it like starts in like the 50s, and they're just like misogynistic as hell, and I'm just like, and it wasn't bad, but it didn't go anywhere. Like, I was 3 seasons in, and I'm like, where's this story going? That's a weird one, because it was actually interesting, you know, because I like watching like the kind of a time warpy kind of show, where it's stuff that I'm not familiar with. I also, like, it's hard for me to watch, and this is, like, no offense or whatever, but it's hard for me to watch shows where there's no black people. Like, none. Like, where are they? Like, I get it, because in that time there really weren't. They weren't even, like, didn't let them, and that's not cool, but whatever. Like, it's just tough, man. Like give me one. I don't know. Like, even when I watched Power Rangers as a kid, like, there was a Black Ranger. At least I could be the Black Ranger. Like, give me something here. I need something to work with. Something. But, I mean, you're talking to a guy. Not hot sauce, man. You're listening to a guy who's a huge Star Wars nerd. Not everybody likes Star Wars, and I get that. like the lightsabers and Jedis and the Force and like, you don't care. I get it. I'm not expecting you to like Star Wars. I love it. I watch Star Wars. I watch it all day. I have watched it all day. But in the same breath, this is gonna be a doozy. Woo! Y'all about to get mad at me for this one. Harry Potter. Can I watch it? Yeah. Is it good? Yeah. Do I care? Nah, I don't. Alakazam. What the hell with the little boy with the little glasses? Like, I get it. Like, I get it. I watch Star Wars. I know what it's like to be, like, enthralled in the universe and, like, oh, yeah, the Voldemort. And I don't care, though. I don't know. I get why it's good. I don't watch it. Like, I've watched Harry Potter, but I don't love Harry Potter. Like, people love Harry Potter. Like, it's very... Somebody will be mad at me saying this, too. I don't care today. It's very, like, basic... a lot of women that I've talked to over the years, regardless of where they're from, what race they are, what nationality they are, they love Harry Potter. They watch them all. They'll tell you, I read the books, I watched the books. Nah. I know there's guys that like Harry Potter too, but I feel like a lot of, like, at least the ones I've known and whatever. Again, black, white, whatever. Like, Asian, like, they all, oh, Harry Potter, I love that book. Oh, you get so old. I don't care. This one, I feel like people either love or hate. Was big for me. I wanted to like this too. It won Oscars. Lord of the Rings. I don't care. I tried. I sat there with someone who was one of the biggest Lord of the Rings fans ever. They're like, no, you gotta watch this scene. You don't understand. I don't care. I don't care. They're chasing his ring, and little Elijah Wood, and Rudy, the dude played Rudy. Nah. Don't care. Tried. Lord of the Rings are not short movies. They're long. Like Star Wars, they're long. I watched them all multiple times. Didn't care. Didn't even like it. Just sat there. I'm here to tell you, I don't care. Of course, there's certain stuff that, like, you know, stereotypical, and I guess in certain tense, I'm a very stereotypical man when it comes to, like, my likes of, like what I watch. I love Terminator. I like Rocky. I like, you know, like Rambo and Bruce Willis, Die Hard. Oh, come on, man. Like, I'm definitely like a dude when it comes to stuff like that. 100%. I won't argue with that. The chick flicks, though, man. Oh my God. What did y'all really enjoy the chick flicks? Like, you really enjoy this? I'm sorry. Listen, somebody needs to say, and I get it because I watched Terminator. First of all, Terminator is a very deep storyline. And anybody who doesn't believe me, I can spend an entire 30-minute video talking about how it started, where it is, the timeline of events. It's a lot more complex than people think. It's just not, I'll be back, all right? So shush. Anyway, the chick flicks, man, I don't care what anybody says. First of all, every chick flick uses one of 5 actors and one of 5 actresses, depending on the decade, right? In the 90s, it was Meg Ryan and, what was the English dude that blinks all the time? What's his name? He's like Blinky. I don't remember his name, dude. Y'all know what I'm talking about, though. He'd be blinking all the movies. Then it switched over to Matthew McConaughey and J-Lo. And just interchanged some of them. And then came, like, Ryan Reynolds and, what's the dude? That man's name. By the way, I like all those actors and actresses. I'm not saying I'm just saying they always use the same ones. Katherine Heigl was in like 20 of them. And they always like the sidekick friend. And what was my man's name? Ryan Gosling. Yeah, him. I like Ryan Gosling. I do. He's been in some dope movies, done a great job in them. What, like, is there any more actors left? And you know Matthew McConaughey actually literally stopped doing chick flicks. He got tired of doing them. He didn't want to be known for it anymore. I'm dead serious. He won. Man won an Oscar after that. Matthew McConaughey is an exceptional actor, and he realized that I got tired of being in 87 movies where I'm chasing J-Lo and crashing weddings, okay? I'm gonna tell you what every chick flick plot is right now, because they're all the same. There's an independent, career-driven woman. Love that. Nothing to do with what I'm saying. Again, I'm just reiterating that all the plots are the same. Not that that is bad. Anyway. Woman doesn't want anything to do with anybody. She either has a career and someone that she's significant other she doesn't really like, or like she's kind of like doesn't really want him. And then it's gonna come like this like carefree type of dude. Think Matthew McConaughey, because that's what he is in real life. Who's gonna come in, and she's not gonna like him at first, but he's like kind of charming, and he doesn't like her either. And they kind of banter. They don't really do anything until one day, like accidentally, they like kiss or whatever. They kind of admit they like each other, right? And then they fall in love, right? And then like somewhere in like the middle of the thing, some sort of existential crisis where like, you know, something happens where they like break up, they don't like each other. Then comes like this long drawn out montage where like they're staring out at the rain. They're like, oh, I miss you, but they don't want to talk to each other. And like, they don't want to do anything. And their friends like, come on, let's just go out. Let's go out, let's dance, let's go out. And then like, they don't go. And then they might run into each other like once or twice, but they don't really say anything. But then they like look back at each other while they're walking away, but they don't say anything anyway. And then eventually they move on and start dating other people. Katherine Heigl, I'm just going to give that name because she's in a lot of them. Or Meg Ryan or Jay Leno, matter. Now is dating somebody else, and like they're either going to get married, or he thinks they're going to get married, or Matthew McConaughey thinks that she's going to get married. So he's going to go to some large event, which is usually like work related, or it could be like a wedding or like a gala or someone else's wedding. Then Matthew McConaughey's going to crash the wedding. And then like he's going to go there and he's going to make a complete ass of himself, where he says something along the lines of like, Mary, you and me, I miss you. And then like people are like, oh yeah, and they're like, and then like she'll say some corny line and she'll be like, you're corny. and then they like kiss, and then like the music swells, and then like everybody cheers, and like the sidekick best friend, who's usually even more attractive than the other person, in my opinion, they'll be like clapping, and then like roll credits. How many chick flicks did I just describe? 30? Just interchange, they're like Mad Libs, just fill in some different stuff. Like, instead of her being an executive wedding planner, I know that's an actual movie, I've seen it. Not like I've never watched any of these movies, I have to watch them to have an opinion. Or like, you know, instead of like account executive, she's like fashion designer, or like accountant. And then like, instead of him being, he's like a cable repair guy, or like he's like just something stupid like that, and he's like real chill, and she doesn't like him because he's always cracking jokes, and she's real serious, and then he makes her smile, and oh god, get out of here. It's the same movie. Don't you dare put Bruce Willis and Terminator in the same category, okay? First of all, they're both great. Second of all, okay, Bruce Willis is one of the coolest action heroes of all time because he looks like somebody's freaking dad. He looks like somebody's dad, but he saves a building from like 88 armed men. He did that. Like, Bruce Willis, like, did this whole thing with a hangover and a migraine. Like, complaining about it the whole time, and walked over broken glass. And he's a cop. He ain't no, like, a counter surveillance expert. He's just a cop that wanted to go see his wife, and she was in the building that was being taken over by a man named Hans. Okay? That's content. Alright? That's content. I don't care what y'all say. That's content. Okay? Look, that's content. And Terminator? Oh, I'm gonna make a whole video about Terminator next time, bro. First of all, okay, the world was taken over by machines, man. Okay, they had drones. We have drones now. Y'all need to watch this stuff. And then a kid taught him how to fight back and save the world, so that the machines knew they were losing the war and sent back a machine to retroactively get rid of the kid by getting rid of his mother in 1984. So then the human resistance sent back a protector. Yeah. To stop Arnold, Machine Man, from hurting her before she could have the baby. Now the kicker of it was the person they sent back in time ended up being the father of that kid. Which makes no sense. Do you understand how messed up that is in the head? A kid who was born in 1984 has a dad who was born in 2020. save the world. He sent his dad back, knowing that he was his dad because it already happened. They ain't doing that in chick flicks. You know what I'm saying? Get out of my face. Oh man, no, I'm sorry. I love Terminator, bro. I will talk about the whole thing. It's an intricate plot dealing with time travel and it's like alternate events and they're changing it, but it didn't really change it. It's dope, bro. Whatever. Anyway, chicken was good. This sauce, I'm not kidding. Like she did not pay me to say this. She sent me a bottle. That's it. And I'm you know what I'm saying. And this G Hughes, this dude right here. Hey, bro, G. If I ever see you in real life, bro, we dapping, bro. Send me some fucking sauce, bro. I'm out. I'm tired. I'm getting loopy. Y'all can tell. Anyway, it's been your boy King Strats. We'll be back tomorrow. If there's anything new coming out, then I will go and review that. Otherwise, we'll be back in the kitchen. You know I just freestyle this. I don't care. Anyway, I love y'all. The hand signs, yes, sir. They made it to YouTube.